Good evening, guys, and happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. I went to bed so late last night. I ended up actually sort of waking up late today, but I still feel like I only got like actually a few hours of sleep because of it. And the thing was too, I told you guys that we weren't gonna have to go to the grocery stores today because my dad had to go and get the oil changed and also get new window wipers for the car, or new window wiper blades for the car. So he took it in this morning, so I was like, oh, we can't go to the grocery stores because like I didn't want to go in the afternoon, but apparently my dad was actually back by like 9:30, so we still could have gone, which stunk. But the other thing too is that, okay, the reason I didn't want to entirely go to Meijer, which we still could have actually gone to the grocery stores today and just not gone to Meijer, but since, again, I stayed up late last night and because, you know, like Jack was, it was Jack's birthday yesterday, and then also too because of the you know, like going to Meijer for the first time and shopping there. When Matthew was here yesterday, I actually wanted to ask him sort of like, how do I use my M-Perks, just because, like, you know, I didn't want to have a huge grocery list like I had and not know anything about how to use it, or, you know, have ever tested it out or anything like that. Like the first time that I used like the Target stuff, you know, like the Target, I don't know what it's called now, Circle? Is it still called Circle? I always want to say it's to Target Cartwheels, and I don't think that's right, and I think it changed to Target Circle, and then did it change again after that? I don't know. Whatever the Target thing is, you know, like using that, like I had used that before, and like I sort of knew a little bit of, again, like what to do when I actually started like couponing there. And the same thing with Jewel, I think, like, well, the first couple times actually that I used it, I was having the same problem that I still have to today if I don't put my number in at the beginning of the transaction, or again, if the cashier isn't like privy to like understanding like that they have to wait for the computer system to go through or whatever, which some cashiers aren't. There's one guy at the place that we go to, like the Jewel that we shop at now, that's actually really great about that. Like there was one time where I accidentally put the wrong number in or something like that, or I didn't put the wrong number in. I think I ended up, like, I hit cancel, like, because I think I put, like, I hit the wrong button, and so instead of just hitting like back, I hit cancel, so it completely like went out or something like that. Or I think I hit something actually on the keypad with my glove because I was wearing like winter gloves, and so I think that was what I did. And I was like, oh my goodness, can I give you my number to put in, because it didn't, like, I hit something on the thing, or like it didn't go through. And he's like, oh sure. And like this was at the end of the transaction, I think I told you guys when that happened, and so I was like, oh my goodness, okay, I know, like, you know, like he ended up getting it to work. So like he's, and like again, I've never had a problem like with him. He's very understanding of like knowing like when the system it goes through and everything like that. So he's really awesome, and again, I prefer to go there just in case there happens to be some type of problem. And that was the same register too, where they were having a problem with the keypad, so then the lady like canceled the whole thing out, and so I had to give him the number, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared, like, because normally when I give them my number, like, it doesn't wind up like working or going through. Sometimes the cashiers don't even ask, but again, he was really great and awesome. So like I said, I prefer going in that checkout lane if he's there. But like, you know, with Meijer, I don't really know how the M-Perks work. I would assume you put it in like the, you know, the pin pad, you know, or I don't know, like, if I actually need to download the app, because I don't have the app. I don't know if I need to download it and show them like a barcode like you do with Target. But Target now, you can also put it on the pin pad too, but for the longest time you had to show them the barcode and have them scan it, and now you can do either or, I believe. And you know, the same with Jewel too, like I have to put it on the pin pad, but again, I know the specific time when to put it on and use it. So like I said, I just wanted to, or if I have to just tell the cashier again when I get up to the register. Again, most of the stores that have you use your phone number for, again, like your saving, you know, sort of thing and everything like that, you know, with Walgreens and CVS and all that kind of stuff, most of the time you always put it in on the pin pad. So You know, again, that's the same at Walgreens. So I would assume that Meijer's the same. But when Matthew was here yesterday, I wanted to ask him just because he shops at Meijer. And in his college town, like, they have a Meijer. I think they have a Jewel and stuff like that too. But, you know, like, he shops at Meijer a lot. So, and he's like, oh yeah, I use my M-Perks, you know, and, you know, get the deals and all that kind of stuff and coupons and everything like that. So I was like, oh, that's really awesome. And so was going to ask him this weekend when he came yesterday, a little bit about it. Just like, oh, what do I do? How do I enter it? You know, like, how does it work and everything like that. And, you know, again, I didn't want to have this whole big, like, transaction with a bunch of coupons and stuff like that loaded to my M-Perks, only to find out, like, I did something wrong, or I didn't give them the number, or, you know, again, their computer system works differently, or, you know, again, you have to make sure you do it at the beginning of the transaction, like, whatever it is. I just wanted to, like, you know, again, ask him a couple questions about it, and I wasn't able to yesterday. I totally forgot about it. So if it was just like something where I was like, oh, I'm just gonna buy like a couple of sale items and like use 1 or 2 coupons that are worth a couple bucks, and if it doesn't work, like, it's not that big of a deal or whatever, then that would be okay with me. But I had, again, several, like, couponing deals, and I didn't want, again, for it to not work and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we spent like $70 on stuff, you know, only to find out it was only supposed to be like 30 or 40 bucks or something, you know, and, you know, using the coupons, and the coupons didn't wind up coming off, which, again, was, I probably had maybe $10 to $20 worth of coupons that I was planning on using. So that's one of those things where I was very nervous about doing it, and I wanted to know a little bit more before I went in and shopped there. But again, I didn't have that information. Like I said, I forgot to ask him yesterday. So, which is funny because, you know, like, normally I'm always the one doing couponing stuff and things like that, and to ask him like a couponing question would have been funny. But the, you know, so he shops there because there's one in his town, but I was telling you guys, what my dad would like to do is possibly go to Meijer on just like a random day during the week, like a Monday or Tuesday or something like that. So it could still be early in the week, you know, like even still at the beginning of the sales, but he really doesn't want to go on Saturdays just because it is a pain to try and go on Saturdays and try and do everything else, you know, to do Jewel and Aldi and, you know, Meijer and Menards and all that kind of stuff, because again, some days we can be gone for several hours. So in order to, again, like, get all of this stuff done in a timely manner, my dad's like, oh, you know, if we just want to go like on a random weekend, Monday or something like that, Monday night or whatever, just to go run out to Meijer and do deals there, you know, that would be okay. Because like I was telling you guys too, it's really not near any of the other stores we shop at. Like, so because there's so many Walgreens, I can just be like, oh, well, when we go to Jewel, we can go to the Walgreens over there. When we go to, again, you know, Valley Produce and Caputo's, we pass like 5 Walgreens, you know, like we pass 2 Walgreens really that are near to the Jewel that we shop at. And so, like I said, you know, we can really make it to, you know, we have a couple options. And again, there's a lot of Jewels, but as far as Meijer goes, we have really 2 that are close to us, and they're both in opposite directions from us, and we only have like 1 Walmart, and there's 2 Targets actually that are fairly close to us, but like really, like, again, we really only have like 1 close Walmart. Everything else, like I said, is like we have to drive further. That's like, it's almost closer to the Meijers then. Like, again, to another Walmart and, you know, like a 3rd Target. So anyways, though, yeah, guys. But that's why, long story, I guess, we didn't end up going to those grocery stores today. And like I said, we could have went to the other ones because my dad was back still early, but I woke up late today because, again, I went to bed very late last night, and I was like so tired. Like, honestly, we were watching the UFC fights tonight, and by the time like the preliminary fights were over and they started to get into like more like the main cards and main event, you know, the actual pay-per-view that we paid for, I was like, I'm actually getting really tired, like really tired. And they still ended up going till just about 1 o'clock, and I'm like, I need to get in the shower and get to bed now because, again, it's late and I'm actually very tired, which I was surprised. I was like, oh, I could probably stay up until like, you know, 3-4 o'clock like I practically did last night, and it was like, nope, I'm actually very tired and want to get to bed. So I just had to real quick finish up my sort of Jewel, and like I had to add this stuff. I already finished everything for Menards, but I just didn't add it to my list, and I needed to check like just a couple things left on Jewel's like, you know, their coupon stuff. And so I did that. So we'll do Jewel tomorrow and Menards and Aldi, and that actually is it. I think we do have to make a stop at Goodwill. Other than that, I don't think there's any like extra, like we're not going to Walmart, we're not, you know, or Walgreens or Target, we're not going to, I don't have any deals for any of that stuff, and I didn't see anything that was going on, and I don't need anything from there for right now. So anyways, guys, I will show you though and share with you guys in tomorrow's vlog what we ended up picking up. But if you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.